Hi, everyone. It is November 27, 2019. I just want to pass along some important information. Before I do, to those who have been leaving comments asking if I have a channel on Bitchute, specifically, I do. I'm sorry I haven't left the link below my backup channel, which this is my backup channel. I'm not operating very well, and I forget an awful lot, which is screwing things up. But your frustration, well, I have to live it, so I am quite frustrated myself. So here, Carol, I didn't know if you got my message. Please consider getting off YouTube before the YouTube cash grab. $42,000 a pop. They're going to fine everyone with their channel guilty. Well, I'm guilty. When you have such vague rules and regulations coming out of the FTC now, the COPA law, and those, oh well, if anything appeals to children, if you have, well, how about my GMO videos? All of the cereals that contain genetically modified organisms. Cereal appeals to children. Okay. How about my videos on predictive programming? The Simpsons. The Simpsons. It appeals to children. How about vibrant colors? No joke. Well, perhaps the vibrant colors that we see on radar appeals to children. They got you any which way. For those who don't realize that YouTube, Google, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of these sites are government sites, which so many of us have been posting on, then those are the people who leave comments. It's a private company. It can do whatever it wants. No, it's not a private company. It is not a private company, and it is a monopoly, and we used to break up monopolies. We're not breaking up monopolies. Well, we're sure as hell not going to break up Google, YouTube, Facebook, because they're all tied to intelligence agencies. The NSA, the CIA, DARPA, DOD, all created, funded, supported by the Department of Defense, by intelligence agencies. Google, YouTube, well, Google purchased YouTube, but Facebook, Twitter, it's all about collecting information on us. But now we're all going down. So COPA, which becomes effective January 1, 2020, can get an awful lot of us. Then you have the new terms of service. YouTube now, well, if you're not commercially viable, which I'm not, goodbye. So we are going down. Many of us have already experienced the termination of our channels, which is completely unfair, unethical, and the guidelines on YouTube, well, it doesn't even matter if they're not vague, and they sure as hell are vague. They just hit you and claim that you violated a guideline when you didn't. Now, many of you might remember, this is my backup channel. My primary channel, I suddenly started getting these 2-week suspensions. You violated a community guideline. All right, the last suspension was on a video that YouTube itself deleted from my channel. The first time I got the community guideline strike, they claimed that who cares, whatever YouTube claims, you know? It's like you're your narcissistic mommy and daddy who make you a scapegoat. They blame everything on you. They say that you are so wrong and you've done something wrong when you haven't done a friggin' thing wrong. This is our life now. We are living as, children being abused by these sick, psychopathic CEOs, government officials, to control us, to manage us, to silence us, to get rid of truth, and to, create life, giving that narrative that they want only, the official narrative. Anything outside that? Goodbye. So, I wanted to go back to my primary channel, and, well, all right. I am really struggling now. And overload is just the state of mind that I have. I've always needed life to be simple. And kind of in one place. I remember the idea of a second home. I couldn't do it because one home, keep it simple, Well, the cyber world overwhelms me. I can't do 3-4 email addresses. I can't do several channels and, constantly being hit on one, then you got to go to the other one. Well, then when that suspension is up, you go back to your primary. But I forgot this time to go back to my primary. All right, so what triggered that? A comment from someone just recently telling me that they went to my neverlosetruth primary channel and they wanted to watch 2 videos. Well, they were gone. YouTube deleted them. One was on vaccines. So, what do we have? We've got Facebook bans all content on vaccine awareness, including facts about vaccine ingredients, vaccine injury, and vaccine industry collusion. This is so friggin' outrageous for us Americans in particular, our free speech. We are China. Controlled information is what you get. Censorship is what we get. We do not get the truth unless the individual American does the research and posts the truth. Well, they want the truth gone. Okay, no truth, no meaning. No point to life itself when you have to live this friggin' lie. And that's why I get very upset with individuals who lie. We are saturated to the point of it's like repulsive now every single day to just get through that day because everything is a friggin' lie. And you see these psychopaths and sick, twisted mainstream media reporters that lie. You're going to believe it. And we're not going to have any truth at all. We're just going to keep lying to you, meteorologists, reporters, talking about climate change, yada, yada, yada. This is how we have to live. This is really how we have to live. I don't do well in this. I'm not adjusting to living the lie. We've always been the people of the lie, and now, wow. So you get it when you go look at the news. You get it when you just walk outside and you see what's happening, life dying, and nobody paying attention to that. You get it when you try to talk to people and they don't want to hear it. Oh, they think that they're so good, but they don't give a shit about anything but their own little life. But you get it when you hear what you thought was a friend lie to you. And you get it all the time. It makes life really difficult to get through. Now, I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for an awful lot who have emailed me, those that I have spoken to, and it's getting harder and harder. So Facebook, no more vaccine. No, Carol, you can't post anything about vaccines on your YouTube channel. Get rid of it. Get rid of the truth. And people should be up in arms about this. Oh, but that would entail taking some time, actually having adult conversation, listening, doing research if you're not believing the person. Oh, all of those adult things that people used to do, take responsibility and be a responsible adult, all that, gone today. It's gone today. So, because of all of those people, we've got to live this. They're forcing it upon us due to their own walking the low road. That pisses me off. So when I learned from a subscriber that videos had been taken down by YouTube on my primary channel, I went to that email, neverlosetruth. Oh, okay. Well, I was just prepared to make that transition back to my primary channel and learned I apparently violated another community guideline on YouTube. Oh, well, the El Paso shooting has turned the tide against us, and our team has reviewed that content, and unfortunately, we think it violates. They can't even say for sure. We think it violates our violent criminal organization policy. So we've removed the following content, and you now have another, timeout. Yes. I'm in kindergarten, and YouTube narcissistic mommy and daddies there have put me in another timeout. Your channel now has 1 strike. Oh, wow. I had more community strikes on my primary channel because I couldn't post on my primary channel because I got community guidelines. Oh, but I guess they expired, and they do after like 6 months, whatever the time period is. So I was free and clear. Whoop, no, you're not free and clear. You violated another community guideline. Now you have 1 strike, and you can't upload, post, live stream, nothing for 1 week. And if you get a 2nd strike, you're not going to be able to post for 2 weeks. So I still can't post on neverlosetruth, and I'm getting emails from people that clearly just please go underneath my video on neverlosetruth, any video, and you will see my backup channel link where I'm posting. It creates a chaos that unless you post, you don't get. If you get a lot of comments and you have some subscribe, it does. I need things simple. Nothing is simple anymore. Nothing is simple. All right, so I can't post on neverlosetruth. It doesn't stop. We're all going down. It's either you're not commercially viable, or something in your video appeals to children. And goodbye. So, my Bitchute channel is, and I'm sorry I didn't link to it below my videos on my backup channel, which is this channel, and I will, but it's neverlosetruth. Oh my God, it's Greta. Oh, a 16-year-old appeals to children. She's a celebrity. Any celebrity that appeals to children. goodbye. You get hit with a fine, $42,000 or whatever the frig they want to do. I have The Simpsons that appeals to children, the predictive programming. Greta appeals to children. They trap you. And it's intentional to get rid of you. So yes, Bitchute. Now, do I have questions about Bitchute? I sure do, because clearly they have an agreement with YouTube that anything that you post on YouTube gets automatically posted on Bitchute. They can't do that without some agreement with YouTube. You know, I had a subscriber who started a website. I can't even remember. Was it Kafka Winston World? Was it Never Lose Truth? And because I'm so out of it, and because I hardly know what I'm doing anymore, because of my life circumstances, because of the frequencies, because I'm having great difficulty just posting now. Motivation is waning, and trying to concentrate and focus and whatever. But this has been going on for a long time, so I don't even know that person. I can't find that email that posted a website or got a website. Never Lose Truth. I don't know. Now, would I like that? Yeah. Did I have the opportunity? Yeah. When you had a stroke, when your brain is getting so beaten up by these frequencies, when you can't think straight, when you are overwhelmed, when you are overloaded, you don't operate well. You don't function well. And that's what I've been experiencing for a very long time. So it's only gotten worse. It hasn't gotten better. And I don't see it getting better, not in the world that I'm living in, not in my environment. So it's a deep frustration for me. My memory, or a lack of now, is causing a lot of stress because there are so many who have emailed me and I haven't gotten back to. I then can't remember. I'm like, Is it important to know the details of someone's life so that you actually know them before you give advice? You can't give advice to people if you don't know them. You don't know what they're doing. Judgment just comes from people who think that they know and don't know. That all of this shit's got to stop. It's got to stop. We socially engineer one another, by silencing people or calling them whiners. Got a comment from a subscriber who learned that she's got breast cancer. I think breast cancer. And she said, when I posted a video asking how people were doing, she didn't post a comment. But then on my next comment, she said, I didn't want to just be whining. The woman was diagnosed with cancer. And she didn't want to say anything because this is what Americans do. You can't speak the reality of your life if it messes with the reality of mine. If it brings me down, no, you shut up. I don't want to hear it. You're whining. Or embrace it. Positively embrace it as a gift, that cancer. What the? All right. People are really struggling. And so many are afraid to speak it. So what happens to them? They get worse. They get worse because we need one another. We need support. We need outlets. We need that solace that comes from our friends and family, but hardly anyone is getting it. Either people aren't believed or I don't want to hear anything that, is not joyful, because, it just, I'm about myself, and I just want to have fun, and I want to have I want to be happy, and here you are whining about that cancer that you just got diagnosed with. No one should ever feel they can't say whatever they want underneath one of my videos, because it's not whining. It is not whining, and I'm tired of these judgments. All right, well, so many of us are going down, and I guess, look, everything that's going on with YouTube also. The energy is really bad in this country. The energy from ordinary Americans, the energy from the cyber world, everything is just, it's a depleting, life has just become depleting. We should be enhancing one another's lives instead of bringing them down with lies and judgment and crap. But so I learn about COPA, and then I learn about the commercially viable, and you're gone, and COPA, you're gone, and you're just gone, and $42,000, well, put me in jail. You ain't gonna get squat from me, because I can't, even with my Social Security disability, pay for rent and pay my bills and live. Those donations from you guys have sustained my life. 100%. If it weren't for you guys donating, I would not be here. $750 a month. I have the IRS taking out of my Social Security disability. I have the Department of Treasury for a student loan, my law school student loan. So now I'm left with $750. My rent is $545. Internet keeps going up. Yeah. Charter raised my internet bill 3 times randomly within 1 year. So now I'm paying $69 plus the $70 just for the internet. That's it. And other bills. So yeah, I've lived very stressed out. That I now know. Stress, once chronic, does a number on your physical health, on your cognitive abilities. When it's chronic, and then think about all of the poisons that we are subjected to on a daily basis, and these frequencies and yada, yada, yada. I think I do a pretty good job of keeping myself balanced as best I can. But I also really, because I have been for many, many, many years working on myself and increasing the awareness of me physically, how I think, all of that hard self-reflective work, it's become kind of hardwired. My awareness of me out in the world, my awareness to others is, I'd say, pretty high. And despite all that work, I'm still screwed. Anybody want to leave a donation? It would really come in handy. And then I'm going to be posting a video on all of the cats, the feral cats, the explosion of them, and people dropping their own pets in areas. I learned this a while ago. They drop off their own cats when they don't want them or can't afford them in areas where they know people are taking care of cats. So, the cat explosion here at my apartment complex overwhelms me every single day. And it's gotten to the point where the cat food, the vet bills, all of it. Now I live high stress all the time. Now I know a lot of people can ignore and just not do what I do. I can't ignore it. I just can't. I cannot ignore an animal suffering and just walk into my apartment and, well, just go about my own business. It's never been me. I actually rescued a horse because it's not me. I cannot let it go. There's something in me that it's not a choice. But when you have so many other people ignoring it, not giving a shit, and then you got those people who complain, you know, what are you going to do? You got feral cats here, and all you're going to do is create drama about it. You can't say to yourself, okay, feral cats in Anderson, South Carolina, all over the place. You can't learn to live with those other beings who have every right to their life as you do. Oh no, I'm a two-legged and I get to ignore it or complain about it and make it difficult for those who can't ignore it. I'm sick of people. And yeah, this is Christian territory. Which is a friggin' joke. I've had so much going on that it's every single day. It's like something else is going on, and watching people treat other people like shit, watching and listening to and feeling the effects of people treating me like shit. And no one cares. No one cares. Unbelievable. But all of that is an energy that sucks life dry. That's what's going on with a lot of you, me, those who take life seriously, and those of us who really know what life could have been, but it ain't. It's a heartbreak. There's something so profoundly sad, and you can feel it. I know that what I'm saying resonates with a lot of you. I know it. What can we do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Because we're feeling, experiencing, witnessing all of those who have really like a diseased energy that is affecting us. There's nothing wrong with us, but we're surrounded by very sick people. And because we are surrounded by them, eventually you begin to feel the weight of the sickness around you. Well, I have felt that weight for years. And it does take a toll. So, and I don't want that weight on my channel. I don't want the sickness on my channel. I want people to be able to say and feel free that they can post what they're experiencing. Because if you don't have an outlet in real life, this is your only outlet. I'm not talking about my channel. The cyber world is your only outlet. So I'm really, and yeah, I do think about you, and I go, throughout my day, and subscribers, you guys come to mind, and what you're all going through, and and then I think about all of the people who are quote unquote awake, who just don't know the big picture. Those who aren't posting, they don't get the comments that come in. They're not hearing from people around the world who are really struggling with the judgment that they're hearing from other people. They have no one to relate to. And their life has essentially become meaningless because nothing is wrong with them, because of all the people around them, rendering it meaningless. When you don't care about anything but your own sweet self, you render life meaningless. When you are silent in the face of justice, you render life meaningless. When you accept lies instead of the truth, you render life meaningless. When you lie to people, you render life meaningless. But when you're doing that to people who are close to you, the betrayal, well, then you render hardship for that individual. So you're adding on to all of the bad energy and heartbreak that people are having to experience. You just add on to it, add on to it, add on to it, and then you walk away and don't give a shit about the consequences that you have manifested for other people. This occurs all the time. And I'm so sorry for all of you who have, or still are, experiencing this, because I have. With everything that's going on in the world, then you have to deal with people who just won't grow up, and they just go about flittering through life, flinging their issues all over the place, because I'm not going to look at myself. I'm just fine. And, well, I'm a good person. And I'm this and I'm that. While they're creating a very dark wake of betrayal behind them. But they don't look back. But you're in that wake. Well, the important stuff, I'll post another video. I'm sorry, guys. I've really been having a hard time. And I'm at my wit's end. I don't like feeling like I've got to edit everything that I say because, oh my God, I'm going to get hit. Yep, you talk personally, you get hit. You have a different experience than somebody else? Well, That won't do. We also are very good at making sure that the individual is a conformist. You go along with everybody else. You know, you do what I'm doing, and, well, you wouldn't be feeling this way. Well, do you know the details of my life? Have you lived it? Oh, okay. Well, if she just would do this, or if she just accepted Jesus, or if she just did, shut up and listen to people. Now, I'm not talking about me, but I know that what you're doing here in the cyber world, you do in real life, and you're affecting people's lives. This idea that everybody's experience is the same or similar, and if they just did what I did, well, then they would be fine. So they point the finger at the individual, and they victimize the victim, and they're not looking at any of the external forces that are taking shape, that are literally keeping people in place. Oh, yeah, really, Carol? That person's just negative. They just don't think positively enough. You know, I could go on forever talking about all the shit that people do to one another. And then to see so many people just never, ever spend any time thinking about what they're doing in life, thinking about how they treat other people. No, because their perception, their warped perception, is they haven't done anything wrong. You know, we've got a real problem with narcissism. Narcissists, I'm perfect. I never do anything wrong. It's you. You're the problem. You think that's only the elite? You think it's only the few who have had those narcissistic parents, or the narcissistic lover, or the narcissistic friend? No. This is how most Americans operate. Don't take responsibility for their own shit, and then they point the finger at somebody else, claiming, well, they're the problem. I'm just sweet and dandy and my shit don't stink. Well, it's got to stop, because that in itself creates a nightmare that we all have to live. And I'm tired of living. I'm really tired of living watching people act in ways that I've never seen before. But it's all about me. And guess what? The baby boomers, okay boomer, which will be a video of mine. Okay boomer now is a meme. The younger generation saying to the boomers, okay boomer. They have a real point. But the boomers were really the first generation that exploded narcissism, exploded the materialism, exploded greed. Greed is good. Wall Street, the movie. The baby boomers shaped our reality. But now, a whole lot of them, because they are accepting the lie, oh, the economy's great, and if you just did this, you wouldn't have to live in your parents' home. You wouldn't be in debt. You would have a job, because, hey, you heard Trump. Americans are back at work. Manufacturing has been brought back. The economy, best it's ever been, because I'm Trump and I did it. And it's all bullshit. It's all a friggin' lie. You have these kids coming out of college with a debt that is so unbelievable. Baby boomers, we had an opportunity that is gone for the younger generations. So how dare you accept all of these lies? You helped to create the nightmare that we are living. You want to listen to these officials? You want to listen to the mainstream media reporters? The friggin' compulsive liars? You maintain the lie, you accept the lie, then you point the finger at those that can't find a job. Yeah, it's a madness. But the problem is, you try to talk to somebody and they won't listen. So this nightmare, I got another comment. I haven't done anything. So stop saying we're the problem. No, I will never stop saying that. And I will say it loudly and solidly. We are the problem. The meaninglessness of life came about not because the elite, but because of how we live our lives. So we need to change. All right, look, I'm sorry. I go on and on. Why? Sorry. You know, I've been saying this for 8 years, so what does it matter? What does it matter? Bitchute link you will find below in the description box. I want to thank every one of you for your support, for your kindness, for your comments. It definitely helps me keep going. Thank you for being there for me. And yeah, I will say, if you can drop a donation in the PayPal. Oh, PayPal, by the way, had been holding my $93 because they had to investigate it. Yeah, couldn't even get access to the last couple of donations. $93, you've got to investigate that. Really? And there have been a few that I've not been able to get that thank you through to them because the email that is provided on PayPal comes back as an error. It won't go out. But I do want to thank everyone for the donations because it has kept me alive. And things are getting bad. So I know that the end is near for me. I've accepted it. You know, you can't go. And no, I cannot work. So it's just now, it's just not possible. But I feel I work every single day. Not doing what I want to do. So a lot of people say, get a job. I have worked my entire life, and if you don't think that the research and posting the videos is work, there's something very wrong with you. Anyway, guys, see you in the next video.